I want to welcome you to another edition into the Invest podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel, All Things Invest. All Things Invest. Also follow us on Instagram at All Things Invest with three T's. All Things Invest with three T's. You probably wonder why it has three T's. Well, like when I was first starting out doing this, and I got an Instagram probably like 8 months ago, account we were doing good, and something happened. Somebody fucking hacked us. Like we got hacked, and lost my account. I wanted to keep the All Things Invest, but I couldn't keep it there. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and throw three T's on there. So that was like my first setback as like a business owner. That was my first setback. It was kind of hard. I was kind of down for like 2 or 3 days because like I did this work and start working on the my page and getting the followers and things of that nature. Then somebody comes along and just pretty much hijacks it, takes my page, takes my followers, and pretty much had to start over from scratch. That was my first like obstacle. So, got through it, came back stronger, and realized that in business, there's going to be these types of things, these pitfalls, and stuff's going to happen. It's what you do, how you respond to it is pretty much going to be how you come out. So again, I learned from and realized that everything's going to be easy. So, on the Invest podcast over the past 7-8 months, or I think 7 months I've been doing the show, had a lot of different guests onto the show. One thing I want to focus on with the podcast in the next like couple of months is with me having my background on my wall. I got fitness coach, trainer, nutritionist. That's a life coach when it comes to health, fitness, nutrition, and wellness and mindset. So that's like a big part about what I'm about. So that's the guest I really want to focus on having more onto the show. I got some bodybuilders lined up. I got some fitness trainers lined up. I got some nutritionists lined up because like health, fitness, and wellness is like, that's what invest in yourself is really about. So like with the merchandise, the gear, like people would ask like, who's your niche? Who are you for? So for me, being involved in, fitness training, working out, for a number of years, our niche and the people that we're really for and the people that really align with the brand that we've launched is the merch behind us and the merch I have on here is people that get up every day and they see the importance of putting good into their body, good food, good supplements, they're watching their sugar intake, the processed foods. They love to go to the gym, 4 or 5 days a week or whatever. They love to go on, runs. They love to get that fucking euphoric high, so we're really for people in line with people that take their fitness and their nutrition like super seriously and they love the lifestyle because I believe that is really the epitome of what investing in yourself is about. And again, there's other things, other great like investments you put into yourself. But for me, when I see a person and this person could be like super rich and they could be like having all these like super like, fucking fancy degrees and all that stuff and drive a fancy car. But me, I look at, okay, that's great. But what does that person actually put into themselves? Like, do they like care about what they put in their bodies? Do they understand the importance of like the types of food you eat can affect your mood, can affect your the way you think, your emotions, all of that. I'll look at that and I'll see a person that looks like that maybe they neglect themselves, and then I'll look and I'll be like, well, really, how smart are they? Not saying they're dumb, but if you are smart, you would know and you understand the importance of the value of putting a little bit into yourself. So again, that's what the brand's about. That's who we identify really with. We got hoodies, we got caps, we got t-shirts, we got beanies coming. Again, we're for people that put into self health, fitness, nutrition, and wellness, and that is what the podcast today is going to be about. Like I said, again, I want to do a lot more shows where I'm talking about health, fitness, nutrition, definitely like backgrounds of mine. As it's stated right now in 2021, going 2022, they say about 70 million Americans are considered overweight or obese. And the number's even for men and women. It's like 35 million for men. It's 35 million for 35 million for women. So the percentage of people that are considered obese and overweight on a percentage basis is 73%. God, that's a super that's a super high amount of people that are overweight. And for me, being someone who's been training and working out for like a long time, some people think like that, see me like at work and things of that nature. They'll think that I was always like that. Oh yeah, and also I'm rocking my beanie. It's like I'm cold. Like it's got the heater on, but I'm still like fucking cold. So this beanie I've had this beanie. It's like my fourth or fifth winter with this beanie. This beanie's been with me through like everything. Like this is my go-to like winter beanie. I own other beanies, but like I don't know what it is. It's comfortable. It's just I love this beanie. Just that's my winter beanie. So I'm super warm. But back to what I was talking about. And people think that like I was always fit. I always had muscles. And they think that probably for a lot of like fitness enthusiasts they see on like Instagram, YouTube, and they think like, oh, they're always like that. Like, I have a story. I myself, as a younger adult, I'm almost in my 40s now, just so you guys know. I'm like 38, so I'm getting up there. So in my early 20s, I was more of an overweight person. I think, at my heaviest, I think I was probably like almost 280 pounds at my heaviest, probably like 278 when I stepped onto the scale at my heaviest. And I at only I think 5'10". So I was like, the size of like almost like an NFL defensive tackle or something like that, at 5'10", right? So myself, at that point decided I needed to make a change. I need to definitely change my lifestyle. Change the way I ate and many things. Just really for me, it was a lifestyle change. So when I was younger in my 20s, I partied a lot, went out a lot. Then the next day, being hungover, eating like bad junk food, all that bullshit, and just not taking care of myself, when I was younger. And as I got older, I really understood, really start coming to me the importance of just good food, eating right, training hard, and that the training and the food went hand in hand. I remember when I was first trying to start out, I was doing some training kind of here and there, I was working out, but the food was bad. I'd go get a workout in the gym and go get Taco Bell. It just didn't, for me, it just didn't work. And I realized that I needed to do the work. So you're going to hear me say throughout this podcast, the next 15, 20 minutes or so, talk a lot about work. So many of us that are involved in health and fitness, we have a story. But one thing that we realize with anything in life, it's going to take work. So if you don't have something in your life, it's most likely because you didn't work for it. So people say, why is there 73% of people that are overweight or obese? Well, a big part of it is that they don't want to do the fucking work. But just to give you guys some examples of some ways that you guys can kind of start to incorporate that is exercise and fitness doesn't have to be hard. You can start off, like maybe like even 20, 30 minutes a day, doing it. Again, it's work. In life, in anything, you are not going to get what you did not work for. Just not going to be able to get what you're not, willing to put in the work for. And again, people who have things and people that are fit, things of that nature they're willing to come in and to definitely put in the work. So what can also help people with kind of like changing their mindset is I talked about it on a previous podcast with a guest of mine, and we talked about intake. And there is a lot of like on this podcast, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot more shows with fitness and nutrition. You can turn to us for your motivation and your go-to. There's a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of motivational things on YouTube and things of that nature. Podcasts on XM Satellite Radio, Pandora, things of that nature. So in order to really change your life, you have to change your mindset. So in order to change your mindset, you really have to change your intake of your environment. You know, what are you listening to every day? You know, what are you watching? Start to really, program your brain to really transition through the 5 stages of change. You know, the 5 stages of change involve step 1 is pre-contemplation. You're not thinking about a change. You know, step 2 is contemplation. You're really kind of thinking about it. Then step 3 is like action, and kind of like you're trying to do it. Then like step 4, you're participating in it. And then step 5, once you get to that stage, you're in a maintenance stage. Maintenance stage is like you're doing it, and it's like brushing your teeth, and you do it, and you do it, and you do it. And, much of the people that align with me and they align with my brand, many of you guys have been doing this for a long time, and you guys are in the maintenance stage. To where you guys do it even on days when you're tired and you don't feel like it, because you know that when you get done training, you're going to feel really good. So one thing I try to talk to people and tell people that there's like a false thing about people that bodybuild and they train and work out. And a lot of people that don't do it, they want to think that people are, they're conceited. They're super body conscious and things of that nature. And they're just full of themselves. Some of them maybe are. I mean, even some people that don't work out and don't take care of themselves are full of themselves. People are just full of themselves, whether they look good or not. Like I've met tons of people that look like shit that are full of themselves. So it's not just fitness people. It's like a mixture of just their personalities, period. But one thing I tell people, because I've have been a trainer for many years, work with lots of clients, is when you work out, whether you're running, boxing, CrossFit, whatever your mode is, like that euphoric high is something that many of you guys will know. You can't put a price tag on it when you get done with a banging workout. You went in that gym and you gave it all you fucking had. It's like fucking fire. You love it. Like, oh fuck yeah. Straight up, right? So I tell people that a bout of exercise is like the equivalent to a mild antidepressant. And if you don't believe me, think I'm just bullshit and I speak only facts, go ahead and look it up. Like someone who might battle something like mild depression, which, I myself have dealt with that. Exercise really, really helps me. Exercise for me, it really helps me to be better in life, helps to mellow me out. It helps me, my mind to run, more flowingly and more clear. For me personally, when I don't get a workout in, I know I really need it, my mind is foggy. Like I'm not thinking right. I'm kind of down, and I know that I need my medicine. I might be the only person that really knows what I need. I don't think anybody else really understands that I, need to go and to do that. And I'm sure many of you that align with me, align with my company, my brand, the podcast, you guys are pretty much like the same way, and you understand that. So I tell people sometimes when you are down, you're feeling low on energy, you're just one workout away from feeling good. And I noticed that workout, that mode, that feeling, it lasts me like throughout the next day, at least like about 20 hours or so, like that. So again, like, remember, like, fitness is not just for vanity. There is a mental aspect, an emotional aspect. It really has a positive effect on our chemicals in our brain, dopamine, all of that, adrenaline, all of that. So it's there's nothing negative about it. It's very positive. And like many of you guys know, exercise is medicine. And as far as mood, is one of the best medicines of all. So let's touch quickly on nutrition. So for you guys listening that might not be active, or you might be thinking about, you're in one of this 5 stages. Say you're in stage 2 in the 5 stages, the theoretical theory of change. You're in the contemplation stage, but it's like, how do I start? Where do I start? Just fucking start, right? Just do something. Go out and walk for 20 something. And well, another thing as far as like nutrition, and they don't advertise this a lot, but there is a site that was created by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and it's called myplate.gov. They have a lot of good nutrition information. They have a lot of good recipes, and they kind of like show you, what a nice and a healthy plate should look like. So like with me, as I said it before on some previous podcasts, when it comes to transitioning into a healthy lifestyle, just the thought of you wanting to invest in yourself and wanting to improve, you're on the right track. And just remember that a lot of these like bodybuilders and Instagram models you see, and the internet can kind of mess with people a little bit, because you start to have these false like realizations or false like senses of what you should look like and what you should be. So for instance, a lot of these people that are on Instagram and you see on YouTube and things of that nature, a lot of these people have been involved in fitness and bodybuilding for many, many years. Like they've mastered the mindset. They've mastered the thought in knowing that you have to put in work. Again, you have to put in work. And really, instead of really trying to compare yourself to these individuals that have probably been doing this, some of them 10 to 15 years, been doing this because they've mastered the mindset, right? That's what you have to really work on is master the mindset and understand that, hey, if I want to look this way, if I want to feel good, I'm going to have to put in the work. It's like, most millionaires will tell you, and even people I've spoke to when helping me like build, the Invest apparel clothing brand, they say, John, like, building anything is difficult. And they say, I know, from being involved in just the fitness and stuff and building your body up over the years, what time it took to do that and how you have to continue to do that to be able to get better and to maintain yourself. But they say, John, you're going to have to do the work. If you want to grow your brand to where it's a household brand, which I believe, eventually it will be in the next, 2 to 3 years, you're going to have to do a lot of work. It will not grow if you don't want to work. So again, if you see somebody, and I know now, unfortunately, like there's a lot of stuff going on with people on Instagram and women that have gotten like enhancements, plastic surgeries, a lot of tummy tucks, a lot of boob jobs, a lot of booty jobs and things of that nature that have done that I think sometimes it kind of like fucks up people, and we just get a misconception about what beauty really is and what a body should look like. I'm a guy to where I'm like, whatever you want to do with your body, you want to go get your butt done, get your boob, whatever, your lip, whatever you want to do, like that's your thing. That's great. But people that don't want to do that, that's okay. Like you can still work and you can still look great. Maybe not as enhanced as that woman that went and got that done. That's her thing. Me personally, I believe more in the old-fashioned hard work approach, and I feel like it's what's more rewarding when you get a body that you actually earned, versus like going to the doctor and having a doctor do it for you. But at the end of the day, the women that still go out and go get these jobs and things like that, these tummy tucks and stuff like that, they're still going to have to exercise. They're still going to have to eat right, or they'll be right back at the doctor. Again, at the end of the day, it's about work. And I would say, like, when you're trying to transition into a lifestyle, start off maybe like the first week you do it, maybe like 2 or 3 days. Again, like a little bit of work is better than none at all. Just a little bit. You don't got to become like a bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger, a fitness model all in one day. I believe in like the slow and gradual approach. Like the people that I know that have really like gotten exercise and they went like really hard into it. Like they went from like one day being a couch potato and then like, okay, next week I'm going to flip the switch. Like realistically, it don't work that way. Like that shit won't work. It might work for like maybe like a week or two, maybe something like that. But I tell people and people that I have seen that have gotten the results and transitioned into that lifestyle, they were slow, gradual, and steady. And again, when you're starting out, don't compare yourself to people that have been doing this for a long time. Just really work and focus to be the best that you can be. And again, when it comes to your nutrition, you're going to have to plan a little bit ahead of time. Again, I also run and operate Investing Nutrition Meal Prep. We have a meal prep service. We cook food for people and deliver it to them, or they come to us. We usually cook food on Sundays. We have a menu. DM me for details if you do need help with that, because some of us are busy and not everybody has time to cook healthy, but everybody should eat healthy. And I believe in balance. I believe in like eat a lot better than you do bad. I'm more like an 85 to 90 to 10 approach, where you eat good like 90% of the time, and then give yourself maybe like a cheat meal or two throughout the week, and that's it. And that kind of helps to satisfy that little junk food, little monster inside of everybody that we all have inside of us. So it's sensible and balance. Don't ever like cut everything out. Like I've seen people do it. I'm cutting out chocolate forever. It ain't gonna happen. You cut chocolate out for a month, and then you're going to go to the store, you buy all the goddamn candy bars. So it's okay to have a little bit in moderation. Whatever you like is okay, just in a moderate fashion. Again, as I get ready to close down this episode, I have a lot of fitness people lined up, some awesome people, male, females. We got some great content coming. Remember, if you want to get some Invest merchandise for the winter, we got hoodies, hats, beanies coming, t-shirts. DM me on my Instagram at All Things Invest with 3 T's. We also have our apparel website coming really soon. Gonna be putting that out in the next couple of weeks. So a lot of good things coming for the Invest brand, merchandise, the podcast, the whole nine. It's been an amazing journey that I've been on. The first like 7 months of this have been really fun. I've been really just enjoying the process, learning and improving along the way. But one thing I know is right now, I still do work my regular job. That's my job. It's great, benefits, all that stuff. Take care of the family, and then I also do make some money off of my businesses and things like that. So my job's my job. This is my work. Me and my man Vince talked about it before. He's my print guy, and he said, "What's the difference? You know the difference between your job and your work. Your job is where you go to. That's your bread and butter, how you pay your bills, things of that nature, yada yada. Your work is your purpose. What were you put here to do? I was put here to do this. I was put here to motivate and inspire. That is my work. I'm John Ross. Until next time, the Invest Podcast. Continue investing, getting those bomb workouts, put into your body, taking care of yourself, mind, body, and soul. Peace out."